right now, it's kind of late at night right now. I'm sitting here, going back and forth about this, actually. Thinking if I should actually make this video, because right now I should be really sleeping because I'm tired. But, like always, I usually check Facebook before I go to sleep. And Overkill Software has now published a new, video link for Payday 2, which is a new character. Surprise, right? And, it's, not much of a surprise. A new character, weapons, perk decks, and, some other cool shit, I guess. Now, me personally not being a, PC player, I don't own a PC, I, wish to have a PC sooner or later, I don't have access to this character. And I don't mind it. I don't mind having access to this character. But when it comes down to the other entire, console community for Payday Crime Wave Edition, which is where this is coming from, let me first get this out of the way, I'm very patient. I'm a very patient person. If I can understand what a company is going through right now in the current state they are, if they're up to their necks in, work and all, I can understand that they're probably busy. It's different now with Crime Wave Edition, which is, Overkill Software's, rehashed version of Payday 2 for the next-gen consoles. And anytime I go into the comment section, it's all the time in any game, community. If it's Grand Theft Auto or, Call of Duty or whatever. Not Call of Duty, actually. There's always that select group of people. The PC elitists that are always making up excuses. There's always the console fans, and they're both butting heads. And, I'm not here to talk about that. I already talked about that a very long time ago. And believe me, it's a shameful thing, because we're both groups are basically gamers. We shouldn't really be arguing over what we prefer. But, one guy in a comment section said, oh, Overkill doesn't care about, the other half of their, community. They don't want to give us all the new DLC that's been released for PC. And then a PC elite guy comes out of nowhere and simply says, oh, because you're playing on an inferior, gaming platform. And, that shit, I always thought of it as a stupid thing, and I always ignore it how it is now. And I still ignore it as best as I can, because I just feel like it's, a big waste of time to really argue about something as stupid as what preference you like to play a game on. But this is different. I'm not here to talk about that, because I could seriously do an entire video, ranting and raving about that, and I really wouldn't get anywhere, because PC people always try to think of some argument to try to make me seem like a fucking idiot, because, it's always been the same thing for a long period of time, and, they always think I'm just some stupid peasant, that type of bullshit. Believe me, Fringy, you can look him up. He's a really angry Australian guy, and he even explains it properly, and I will say this, thank you, Fringy, for your PC elitist rant. That, made my day, basically. And I also watched your PC video, and, I now understand PC gaming as it is, and, either way, I still like console and PC. It's my preference. If I like console, I like console. If I like PC, I like PC. But I like both equally, because they're both, amazing things. They both play video games. But I'm getting really off topic. I'm here to talk about Crime Wave Edition. Now, when the game Payday 2 was first released a couple years back, 2013, the game had just turned 2 years old now. It was originally planned that the PS3 and Xbox 360 would try to get as much content as possible. But it was impossible because of the limitations of the system. Meaning that we didn't get a whole lot of, updates and all that were only on the PC. Like, we didn't get any new characters, we didn't get any of the new guns that came with the characters at all. Which basically left, most of the people that wanted it the most in the dark. And, here we are in 2015, back in June, I think June 26th, we, got a remade version of it for the PS4 and Xbox One. Because, it gave people a chance to get all the DLC from the first year, and for all console people to give a chance to actually play the game for the first time on a new console, basically. And, before the game actually launched, one of the co-eds over at, Overkill said there's plenty more DLC to come. And it got me happy, because I found out that Jacket from Hotline Miami, I'm a big fan of Jacket. I love Jacket. I love Hotline Miami. The character Jacket is badass. When I found the Jacket, was a part of, Payday only for PC, I was a little sad, but that filled me with joy knowing that he had a 3D counterpart. He was brought into the 3D world. And when I found out that he's actually going to be coming to the PS4 and Xbox One version, that filled me with such joy to know that. Because, again, I'm a big fan of Jacket. And, they said he'll be coming in a future update. Like the near future. And most people, mainly PC fans, are like, oh, they're not going to get it until like 2016. Okay. I don't mind. I got plenty of other games to play, and there's plenty more coming, in the next couple of months. If an update comes out in 2016, I don't care. I mean, Payday 2, yeah, I love Payday 2, but there's a ton of other games they can play in that time frame until they update the game. Because believe me, I'm almost Infamy level 1, and really that's it. But, most people are like, oh, you're releasing all this new content that's not on Crime Wave Edition yet. Since their launch of the Crime Wave Edition, they had brought out a DJ heist, I forgot the one, I think it's a Lesto, I think. The Golden Green Casino, Ninja Pack, and now a new character, Jiro, who's a Yakuza. Which, by the way, seems really badass. And I saw that little trick you did of Gentleman Badass's name. That was a really cool thing you guys did. And, most people are like, oh, where's Solko? Where's Bonnie? Where's Jacket? Give us Jiro. And it gets on my nerves. I mean, you guys have 4 characters to play with now. 4 extra characters. John Wick, fucking Hoxton, Clover, and Dragon. And a ton of other heists. If you guys are really that bored, then play a different game. Fill your time out playing Grand Theft Auto if you want to, or just play Call of Duty. Or some shit like that. I mean, come on. Next month we're having Mad Max come out. This following next week will be more remastered games for the PS4 and Xbox One. And a few that are on the PS4. And then in November we have Fallout 4, so play some games in the meantime until they update it. Stop pestering them. They are, they have a lot on their plate. And that's what I want to talk about, is that Overkill has a lot on their plate. And it seems like most of the people that keep on begging for DLC don't really understand that. I understand that they're, very busy people. As I know now, Simon Viklund actually left Overkill. Not like he quit, but he wanted to do his own pursuit. He wanted to follow his own pursuit from being, just a one-standing show with, Overkill. Which is a great thing. He's basically a mercenary of music, as he puts it. Meaning that he is for hire to make music for games or even shows. And that's a great at Simon Viklund to actually, widening his, entire career except for being just devoted to one company. Which is great. It's a great thing. Okay, I'm out of breath for that one. And the company is working on a third game, actually. I'm not sure they worked on any games before Payday, but they're working on another game. I'm going to say the third game. If they made any more games before the Payday, let me know in the comment section down below. But I'm going to say third game for now. I might have to look it up myself. They're working on a Walking Dead game right now. An entirely new project. So that's filling in a lot of their time. And then there's the people that do know this. They're like, okay, if you guys are working on Walking Dead, how do you have the time and money to actually spare to make another update for the fucking, PC? And, I sit there to say, how dumb can you really be? Because another thing is, you don't just take, an update and just slam it onto a console. You have to reprogram, rewire, and recode the entire scripting of those, of the content. Because you don't want to have, a PC update onto the console that's, binded to a keyboard. You want something that's binded to, a controller setup. You don't want to be given an update that's just, forcibly stuck onto, a PC layout and, build. In a way of putting it. So, believe me, they have a lot to, fix and, redo and then put out. It's a lot of work to do. They have, the summer stuff they have to do, which has Bonnie, the auto shop heist, and all this other extra shit that they have to rewire, rework, and recode for the consoles. And if nobody really wants to, understand the struggle of having to do all that, because obviously you don't know. Me, I personally know, because believe me, I've learned coding and I've seen game design secondhand. and it is complicated. It's intricate, and it's very, very difficult. Most people that, have never seen them do this, and I have an itch on my head, most people that have never seen this type of shit, they're probably thinking, oh, it's easy. You have money, you have a crew. Even if you have a big crew of people, it's still very difficult to do, and, have to keep up with all that. You have to make sure it runs perfectly. You got to make sure that it doesn't break. And you got to, stress test it. And it's a lot of work and a lot of testing to make sure, it doesn't crumple on the player. I mean, it just boggles my mind. Most people are saying that, like, it's one of the worst ports in history for, Payday. But, for the PS4, there's some, server issues, but it's nothing bad. Like, not like the Xbox One. Oh, shit, the Xbox One's horrible. But, for all the people that keep on, sitting there, basically like a cock-hungry whore, basically begging for DLC, like, oh, give us, Zero, give us, Bonnie, give us Jacket, give us all these new characters. Be a little patient. If you're bored, play a different game. There are tons of games on the Xbox Marketplace and the Sony Marketplace that you can buy or you can rent. Redbox or PlayStation Now. If that's really boring for you, then go outside for a walk. Go to a bar. Go to Dave & Buster's or some shit. Find something to fill in your time. Do something that's, more productive than sitting on a desk chair and at a keyboard and causing flame wars about, DLC. It's really pathetic, okay? It's pathetic and it's very annoying. I mean, the guys, Overkill and the guys that run the Payday 2, page, have commented to the guys that are asking about the DLC. I'm pretty sure if you're getting kind of annoyed by now, like, can these people stop asking? We already told them. It's the near future. And you've got to take that into consideration. You just can't sit there and keep on hitting your fucking keyboard and asking. It gets annoying, and it can really drive somebody fucking crazy. But, that's all I gotta really say. Try to find something to fill in your time. Don't just sit there asking about one game. Do you only play Payday? Then that's kind of sad. Go and play, like, Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty or even Battlefield, for the love of God. If you are really that fucking desperate for just one game, play a different game, okay? Pass the time. If you want to, watch the Facebook feeds and, see if they post anything, go ahead. But don't go on there commenting every 5 seconds for DLC. It's not going to, come to you like that. It's a lot of work. It's frustrating. It's stress-inducing. So mind the work that the guys are putting in. For all you know, you should be lucky they're actually working on this DLC for the consoles. Me, like I said, I'm completely patient. I have tons of other games to play. I have games to play on, my PS4. I have tons of games to play. I have, tons of games that'll, keep me interested until they do update the game. But you guys, all the console people, should be lucky that they're even, providing DLC in the future. Yeah, it may not be right now. It may not be a month from now. It may even be 2 months from now. But they're gonna release it. It's gonna take some time. But you've got to be very patient with all this. If you're not patient, then you're just making yourself angry. And that's really all I gotta say. Find something to fill in your time. Don't be so impatient. Stop being grubby little whores about it, okay? Thank you. So that's all I gotta really say. Thank you for watching. If you have anything to tell me down in the comments, go ahead. If you're a PC elitist that's gonna sit there and call me a fag or a scrub because they play on console, then whatever. Suck my dick. I don't care. And if you're a person that's actually like me, that's, patient and understanding, let's start a conversation then. I would love to do that. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below, and what do you think of this entire situation. Thank you, and good night.